my name's Tori Ann Perky, and from my homeschool to your homeschool, today I want to talk about one way to help you have a successful homeschool. I want to talk about not comparing. I want to talk about this thing that we do. Every homeschool mom does it, and when comparing happens, we feel fear, we feel concern, worry, even overwhelm. It is not doing your homeschool any good. So we're going to talk about why you need to stop. You see, it is so easy to compare in the homeschool world. You can look around on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, and you see all the things that other homeschool moms are doing. You see the activities they're doing. You see the books that they're reading. You see the beautiful, wonderful, exciting homeschool moments, because those are the ones that we take pictures of and we post. We don't post things that aren't working. We mostly post the things that do. That's why we celebrate. On top of that, you're going to park days, you're going to your homeschool co-op, you're going to your homeschool whatever, you're interacting with other homeschool moms, and they're talking about what their kids are doing. They're talking about the 14-year-old kid who is graduating from high school and is starting to work on their associate's degree. They're talking about their 4-year-old that just started to read Shakespeare or Harry Potter or whatever. And it is so easy to compare their best to your worst. You're thinking, oh my goodness, your kid is graduating from high school and my teenager, I can't even get him out of bed, and I'm covered in Cheerios because I've got a baby on my hip and we're trying to teach this kid to read that's struggling to read. And, all we did today that was noteworthy at all is maybe my kid drew some stick figures. That's how it happens, right? You're hearing these cool things and that's what's going through your head. I'm failing because we're having this experience and everyone else is having this experience. And that comparison, that back and forth, that is what's killing your homeschool. And it's not what you have to do. You don't have to sit there and do this comparison, because the reason you chose to homeschool is because you wanted to create a homeschool for your kids. You're not homeschooling all those other kids. You're homeschooling your kid, and you don't know the whole story. You know your whole story. You know the good, the bad, the ugly. You know the warts that show up all the time, but you don't know the story. You don't know if that 14-year-old who's graduating and is going on is dying inside because they're struggling with anxiety or depression, or they feel like they have this perfectionist need to excel. You don't know that. You don't know that 4-year-old who maybe is just on a rock star trajectory with their reading is struggling to just learn how to count, or struggling how to, write, or struggling with their anger and they're constantly getting in trouble. The mom's not talking about those things. She's just talking about what her kids are doing well. One, because she doesn't want to air her dirty laundry, and also because we do want to celebrate our successes and not just all of the things that are going badly. And so you just don't know the whole story. And the reality is, it doesn't matter. We can celebrate successes, but in the end, you are in charge of your homeschool. You're in charge of your kids, which means that you're going to create an experience for them. And the number one way you avoid comparing and turn that off in a way that is helpful is you make sure that you've got a vision for your homeschool that you reference regularly, and that everything else that you're creating is structured around that vision. Now, I talk about this a lot because it is so important. If you have not yet written a vision for your homeschool, I have a free lesson. You can access it immediately, and it walks you through. It doesn't take very long, and it walks you through how to create a vision for your homeschool that works for you and your kids. And I'm going to put a link, down below, up above, wherever you're watching this video, so that you can go in and create a vision. And then you're going to have a homeschool that works for you. It's going to take you on your homeschool's journey to the destination you want for your unique child. Stop the comparing and create a space where your kids can thrive without worrying about what everyone else is doing. Now, I'm going to put in a caveat. It is helpful to know what else other people are doing, because sometimes you can recognize that there's something going wrong that you need to fix, or you'll learn about a new resource or a new way of doing something that can be super helpful. Or it can also just be great to know, yeah, you know what, we're all in this together. So it's not that you want to shut yourself out and not be listening to what anybody else is doing. You're just looking at it from a fact-finding and celebrating standpoint rather than a look, we're failing standpoint. And your vision is how you start that, and it's recognizing that you are creating a homeschool for your kids and your family and not anybody else's. And if you can do that, the success in your homeschool will go way, way up. I'm Toriann Perkey, and I make these videos every week so that you can be a successful and confident homeschool mom.